money is not in the class of important. If this is your first time coming across my video, either on YouTube or on Facebook, my name is Pastor Victor Agu. I specialize in teaching truth that has capacity to transform the whole of your life. When I mean the whole of your life, the whole that include finance, leadership, marriage, Christ, that's your salvation, your health, your investment, and all of that. But in today's video, I want to bring your consciousness to something that is very important, especially if you're watching this video as a parent. That you have a child, you have children. So which responsibility there for you? So today I want to talk about something that's very important that a lot of people are not really paying attention to, and that is money. And I want to reduce the teaching to a statement that money is not in the class of important. Money is not in the class of important. Oftentimes, the use of words create a culture, create an attitude, create how we live our life. For example, now, when you bring money and put it in the class of important, you have reduced the weightiness of money. Now, when we say something is in the class of important, you can choose to do with it. You can choose to do without it. Now, when we say something is in the class of necessity, that means that you don't need someone to motivate you. You don't need someone to cajole you. You don't need someone to manipulate you. You don't need someone to encourage you to do something about that. For example, now breathing is in the class of necessity. You cannot attribute breathing as to be important. Now, it is important, but it's not in that class. It's in the class of what? Necessity. If I don't breathe in the next 1 hour, I'm gone. So I don't need a motivational speaker to encourage me to breathe. I don't need a pastor to preach to breathe. I need anybody to encourage me to do that. I will do that because I know it's a necessary part of my life. So now, when you start seeing money for what it is in the class of necessity, you will not wait for someone to encourage you to go to have it. That often say that money is too necessary. As an adult, is that a female or a male to hand over such a necessary component of your life to someone else? For most our parents, we did our female children a disservice for not teaching them money early as they're growing up. For example, now a man has 2 children, the male and the female. Let's say the man is a carpenter. So the man who take the male child to the carpenter workshop and keep the female at home with the mother. And the 2 of them will be raised differently with different ideology and attitude. So when they grow up, you see the man who will be doing everything to have money to come and take care of the female. Why? Because the female was trained to be a woman so that the man will come and marry her and take care of her. And that disservice affects marriage every day. As a parent, if you deny your female child access to knowledge on how to make money by herself and take care of herself, Nigeria concept will say, God punish you. You did that get so bad. A disservice that should be arrested for. The female child and the male child should have access to the depth of wealth creation, becoming rich, money in the same proportion and weight. You see, our female children grow up and having a myopic understanding about money because from the childhood, they were raised to be dependent. A full human being. You raised with that kind of mentality. So if you're a female watching this video, money is necessary in your life. Money is too necessary to outsource it for a man. Money does not know female or male. I sometimes tell people, one of your value in this life is money. One of the places you draw value, you draw respect, you draw honor from is having money. So money is not in the class of important. It's in the class of necessity. So treat it like that from today. God bless you. So which book do we have in our hands today? We have Guide to Investing. Guide to Investing is written by Robert T. Kiyosaki, the man that wrote the popular book, The Rich Dad and the Poor Dad. So if you want to learn how to invest in a proper way, invest in the stock market, treasury bills, commercial paper, fixed deposit, and mutual fund, stock, crypto, and a lot of that, this book is going to help you also give you more of things you need to know. You also need a proper mentorship program under investment. All you need to do is to chat me and I'll link you with a good one, a good person who I know is good in that field. So this is our book for today. Go buy it and read it. Please don't put money again in the class of important. It's a necessary component of your life.